everybody. It is Tuesday, May 31st, and it is 10 a.m. So, if you're just joining us, the Equus Radio Show is a New Mexico-based radio show that deals with all the topics related to horses, in all aspects. Large to small, mules, ponies, cobs, gypsies. If it has four legs and neighs, we're going to discuss it. New Mexico doesn't have anything like this, and I think we're all needing one. I think that because we are so spread apart and so much space separates all of us, we sometimes forget other horsemen exist within the state. I think this radio show can be the one central pillar that people can come to for the latest news and community events going all over the state of New Mexico, not just in our little circle radius. I mean, have you ever wondered what a boarding barn was like in another city, but you couldn't get there to check out? Or maybe a stallion you saw? There's so many aspects that we could use this radio show for, this platform. They're endless. They're completely endless. We also are going to have some special dedicated shows, otherwise known as paid commercial programs. They can be helpful to everyone across the state. Do you know, like, USEF is live streaming right now some of their show, and the Arabian Horse Nationals live streams, the Youth Arabian Horse Nationals live streams, Morgan's live stream. Everybody's doing live streaming these days. And wouldn't it be nice to be able to get your barn, your farm, your stallion, your product, whatever you have, out there to everybody in New Mexico and beyond? Looking at my Facebook page and some of the insights that I have, the Equus Radio Show Facebook page, I can tell you that I have visitors to the page from Australia, Germany, Spain, France. I have so many people, not just from New Mexico, but just from all over the place. And it's kind of fun. I really enjoy it. So, even though that this is based in New Mexico, everybody in the world is seeing it. So that's a lot of fun. Our Facebook page is doing pretty good. We're at 34 likes, and when we reach 50, I'm going to give away a ad to place in the show. So send it out there and share. Get your friends and family to like the page. We have this unique platform in Mexico, so let's use it and let's take advantage of it. So, let's get right into this and let's take a look at the weather. So, our weather for Santa Fe is looking pretty good. We're going to have some thunderstorms, some light rain, and partly cloudy, but it's otherwise going to be warm. But in New Mexico, we always love the rain. It's almost getting that time of year for monsoon season, too. Albuquerque, partly cloudy on tonight, tomorrow, and then we're going to have some thunderstorms on Wednesday. Then our weekend is going to look pretty nice. Our winds are about average. So, let's get to our local events for the week of May 31st and June 7th. So, first we have the June 1st. I can never pronounce this right. Forgive me if I butcher this. The Gymkhana will be starting June 1st and will be held at the San Juan County Sheriff's Posse Arena located at 9001 Marcelle Boulevard in Farmington. They will be starting at 6 p.m., and this event will run each Wednesday throughout the summer. Some of their events are going to be including barrel racing, flag racing, and pole bending. And each event will cost just $4 to enter. $4! Wow! Concessions for each Gymkhana will be provided by the San Juan County Sheriff's Posse, and they hope everyone will come out this summer and join them, and they hope to see you soon. On June 1st is the Tuesday night barrels at the Bosque Farms arena in New Mexico there. June 2nd is the Wednesday night barrels and poles at the Rodeo de Santa Fe in Santa Fe. June 4th is the Country Pet grand reopening and adoption event. This is going on in El Dorado. They want us to join them on Saturday, June 4th, for a fun-filled day to celebrate their beautiful new larger store. It will be going all day from 9 to 5. You can enter to win one of 3 gift baskets valued at over $100. Enjoy store-wide sales, and then spend $25 or more and receive a free tote bag full of goodies for your animal companions. They'll also be having adoptions from the Espanola Valley Humane Society, the New Mexico House Rabbit Society, and Rufaste Dog Cooperative. And that will be from 11 to 4 p.m. If you need any, If you need any more information, you can call them at 466-1270 or visit them at www.eldoradocountrypet.com. Like them on Facebook, and they have super secret Saturday sales. So be sure to check that out. On June 5th, the Pecos Valley Horsemen's Association show at the Pecos Valley Horsemen's Arena in Roswell, New Mexico. June 4th will be the Wild Wild West Open 4D Barrel at the Southwest Horsemen's Arena in Silver City, New Mexico. And don't forget, tomorrow, June 1st, is the Bosque Farm Rodeo Queen Contest meeting. It is at 6:30 at Cowboy Hall. You can visit bosquefarmsrodeo.org or contact Joyce at 760-207-8739 for more information. Now on to some of our community news. First, we're going to congratulate Leah Jensen and her lovely daughter Alyssa. Alyssa's been picked to be a part of the exclusive agriculture discovery program, which is going to be taking place in the U.S. Virgin Islands. This will assist her in her future, will look amazing on her resume and college entry forms. Alyssa would like to go to NMSU and UC Davis for their vet program. So they're having a 50-50 raffle for $10 per ticket. And what that is you put $10 in, $5 goes to the Jensen family, and $5 goes in the pot. So far they have sold $50 worth of tickets, and they would need a lot more to get a big pot and to help purchase an airplane ticket to get Alyssa to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So let's help out this lovely family and get ourselves another wonderful vet into our state. So consider getting tickets. You can get them at PayPal. Jessen Jessenn@yahoo.com. I'm going to spell that. JESSNKLAAN @yahoo.com. All you need to do is include your address and phone number with your PayPal purchase, and they will contact you if you are the winner. Plus, they will show it on a video here on Facebook at our page. So you can watch Leah Jensen or Forever West Performance Horses. And this is a really great thing to be doing. And she's really trying to get things sold. So every little bit helps. So on to the next thing. I'm sure we all heard about the Albuquerque police horses having been pushed around and things thrown at them at all this at the Donald Trump rally. And it seems that there are some posts that have been going around that says that Stryker, the mounted policeman horse, was broken. So the Facebook page says, "This is the crap the media won't show." Instead they write, "Protesters outside a Donald Trump rally in Albuquerque." It should say, "Riders throw bottles and rocks at police horses that fractured one of the horse's legs. Just look at the face on this horse. It's time these riders are treated as criminals and not as protesters." And I'm sure we've all seen the page. You can see Stryker here in the lower corner. And I just want to say that not only has this been some bad publicity for Albuquerque, but it also seems to be bad publicity for the mounted police. They did respond, and they wanted to tell everybody that several reports, this is from their Twitter feed, several reports are circulating on social media about one of our horses being put down. Stryker, the horse that fell, is fine. No broken leg. And then they say Stryker today. He's the horse seen tripping in the Albuquerque Journal photo. He's doing well and enjoyed the extra love. So this has been such widely strewn out throughout the U.S. that Snoops.com did an article. So Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump has been on the campaign trail for months, and many of his political rallies have been characterized by controversy and sometimes violent demonstrations. On May 24th in Albuquerque, New Mexico, hundreds of anti-Trump protesters swarmed the streets in front of the convention center, banging on windows, lighting trash and shirts on fire. Dramatic photographs and videos emerged from the rally. The image that arguably evoked the most outrage from the rest of the country, however, is one of the horses that had fallen in the street. That photograph first made the rounds with the correct description that a police horse had fallen in the street suffering abrasions. But the description of the horse's injuries quickly mutated, from scrapes to a fractured leg to death. As did the location of the protest. After another rally on May 25th, this one in Anaheim, that city became the rumored place in which the rumored violence took place. However, the photograph came from Albuquerque, and the horse's leg wasn't fractured, nor did it suffer major injuries. It's also unclear why the horse fell. The Albuquerque Journal reported that the horse slipped, but didn't say that it was specifically because of the protesters shoving and hurting it. The officers quickly responded on their horses, but one of the large animals slipped on the road and buckled to the ground. It wasn't clear if it was injured, but it remained on the line for the remainder of the night. Other outlets reported the horse had suffered abrasions, but the rumors continued. So Albuquerque posted their Twitter that Stryker was fine, and then they posted up some photographs. You can see at the top there that he is enjoying the extra attention. And Stryker, the characteristic white star on his forehead, appeared in the background of a press conference that was broadcasted by the Albuquerque Police Department on Periscope on the 26th. Protesters did throw rocks and bottles at the mounted police and spook their horses, but Stryker, the police source, did not break his leg in either Albuquerque or Anaheim and was not killed. The Albuquerque Police Department's public information officer, Tanner Trixier, said that had something happened to one of their 7 mounts, the department would acknowledge it. All I can say is I'm also a member of the horse-mounted unit, and if one of our horses were severely injured or put down, we would honor that horse, not cover it up. So I would hope that Albuquerque would not cover it up, but we all know that Stryker is fine, and he did not break his leg, and he wasn't had to be put down. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to discuss is on this Memorial Weekend is remembering horses or animals in war. This was from a 2011 article that I read, and this was in capital of Canada, of Ottawa. He, 89-year-old Lord Swick, was going around the city raising $100,000 to build a memorial to animals that have perished in past wars. After all the money is raised, the memorial is complete. Ottawa's Confederation Park will boast one of the world's only monument to animals that perished in the seething cauldron of warfare. That seems really sad. We need the monument because our casualty list of close to 60,000 in the First World War and some 48,000 in the Second World War would have been much higher had it not been for the support of our animals. The animals managed to bring the guns forward. The animals managed to bring the provisions forward. The animals that have evacuated our wounded. We owe them a great debt. And that is true. Without the horses or the people that trained them and rode them, we may not have gotten through the war as we did. The Monument for Animals in War will be connected to the existing Boer War Monument, which commemorates the 1899 to 1902 South African battle, where Canada sent some 50,000 horses to haul cannons, soldiers, and ammunition. Canada still uses animals in war, specifically in Afghanistan, where dogs were used to search for mine clusters as well as search and rescue operations. Historically, war animals have included glowworms for navigation and reading lights, pack camels in India and Africa, elephants in the jungles of Burma, and mine clearance dolphins in the Gulf War. An estimated 8 million horses or mules, which have been killed providing mobility to soldiers and equipment in the past century alone. I know that this was from 2011, and this was in Canada, but I still think it's important that we not only remember our soldiers on this Memorial Day week, but we also remember the animals that gave their lives to help in those wars. One more thing. This weekend, we had the Enchantment Driving Society all-breed show and the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Posse Arena, and it was magnificent. It was a small turnout, but it was perfect. The judge that we had there was kind enough to offer a little mini clinic after each class because the turnout was small enough that she could give everybody some individual attention, which was wonderful. I think everybody learned a lot that day, including waiting for the whistle. And I think it was great. It was wonderful. And after that, several of the participants had the driver proficiency test the next day with the same judge, and everything that they learned was applied. And as far as I know, everybody passed. So congratulations to everybody. Hopefully I will be able to do this in the next year to come as my mare gets ready to train. And this guy here is the lovely Gage. He was fantastic. I am thoroughly impressed with him. At the end of the show, everybody was getting ready to go, packing up, and I looked over, and Gage was still hooked to his cart, and his mama was putting his halter on him, and a dirt devil came, and it went right over the top of him, and it sucked out a sunscreen from the truck and flew it all around, and he held it together. He really did. He held it together, and he was perfect. Really, really impressed. And he won High Point for the show, which was amazing. So today we're going to talk about tack cleaning. So I got some tips and tricks for you guys, and I got some extra special information for you guys. So here's a little trick. At the end of the day, take your bits, and if you ride English, your stirrup irons, take them home and put them in the dishwasher. That's right. Put them in the dishwasher. They will make them extra shiny and extra clean. Always use a separate cloth for washing off, soaping, and polishing your tack. And you can get these kind of cloths at the AutoZone or Walmart, anywhere that you can find wash and waxing things. They have specialized towels and stuff for that. Take your tack apart to clean it at least every 2 weeks, so you can give all of the leather that doesn't usually get clean really clean, thoroughly cleaned and oiled. That's where the leather starts to crack. I like to use a metal polish like Brasso to polish any buckles and rings. Do not use it on silver. It's too abrasive and it will scratch your silver. But for things like your buckles and your rings, it'll add that little extra sparkle. And that could mean the difference between first place and second place. I've known some places, some shows, where it comes down to turnout. When you wash your tack, let it dry before you soap it. When you wash it and then hang it until it's dry, the leather absorbs the soap and gives it a longer shelf life. Add spray soap to blocks or tubs of saddle soap to make it extra soft. Avoid using soap on the top of the saddle, on the seat, or on the saddle flaps. if you're going to be wearing white or cream. It'll rub off. If you do need to use saddle soap, give it a good polish with a clean cloth to remove any remaining soap. And that goes with polishing it. Polish your tack. Use boot polish on your bridle to get it really sparkling, clean, and shiny. You can get boot polish in every color that you could possibly imagine. So, and if you have a son or a family member who has been in the military, recruit them to do the boot shine, because they will get your tack so beautiful and shiny. Yeah, they know how to do it. So my favorite saddle soap is the Moss Leather Care. It is made from goat's milk. I love the smell of this soap and how it leaves my leather goods so soft and supple. I really love it. I've never really found another product that is better. It comes in 4 scents. Tea rose, my favorite, lavender, citrus basil, and vanilla cream. And you can get them all over the place. Amazon, Dover's. A simple Google search will give you ideas on where to buy it. To touch one about $17. But they do last forever, and they come with a sponge, and they smell so good. However, if you're into the do-it-yourself thing, it is super easy to make your own saddle soap. You're going to need some glycerin, milk or cream, a sealed container so that you can put your soap in it. So first you're going to start by melting chunks of glycerin in the microwave. Smaller chunks melt faster. Start with a medium power and 30-second intervals. And you can use a little plastic fork or knife or spoon to stir it and help it melt. Once it's melted, add your cream or milk to your soap and stir. If you end up with about 2 cups of melted glycerin, you're going to start with a 1/4 cup of milk or cream. Pour it into your container to firm up. The milk or cream acts as your conditioner, and it will not go rancid. If you want to make it really awesome, you can do some things in addition to or to replace the milk. Olive oil. You can add olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. A few drops of lavender or other essential oil for fragrance. So if you love sandalwood or cedar or a nice musk, you can add that. And then you can add some neat's foot oil for conditioning and darkening. So I would do the olive oil if you don't want to darken. Or I would do the neat's foot oil if I wanted to darken or I have a dark tack. There are other recipes out there, including ones that use beeswax and oils, lye, and bar soap. But you can get glycerin and milk. Why would you need anything else? Old water spots. This is my super secret, maybe it's not so secret, tip and trick for water spots. So this is not my saddle, but this is one I found that gave me a good example of water spots and an after that uses the same kind of method that I use. The water spots on the saddle or leather won't come out from just oiling the leather or using a leather cleaner. They won't come out if you don't do it the right way. You can definitely minimize the visibility of spots, but you have to first open the pores of the leather. Use a regular detergent detergent first, dish soap or liquid laundry soap. And first you're going to wash it with soap and water using an old or well-used Scotch-Brite or other similar scrub pad. You're not going to want to use a steel wool or something like that. Or you can even use a Brillo pad that already come with the detergent on them. Scrub gently, very gently, in a circular motion over the water spot area. Don't scrub too hard or you'll take the color out and you'll just have light spots instead of dark spots. Which is not so bad if you want to use a neat's foot oil to try and match that back up, but that would be overly difficult. Once you've gently scrubbed with soapy water, wipe it off with a damp sponge and allow it to dry. Allow it to dry thoroughly. Once it's dry, you can use a small rag to rub oil into the leather. Olive oil works well, or your neat's foot oil, or whatever your favorite conditioning oil is, you can use that. Be very careful again. Do not over scrub, as it'll create light areas where you strip the dyed surface away. So I wouldn't use anything more than a light Brillo pad and just a very light circular motion on there. And that's the way you can get water spots out. Your saddle's not ruined if you have saddle water spots. If you're looking to clean your suede seats, I have recovered some Western saddle seats that were suede, and they have been used so much that they become like a leather. And it's really simple. A medium bristled brush, a unused or very well cleaned horse body brush works, and some rubbing alcohol. You're going to put the rubbing alcohol into a spray bottle and lightly spray the seat and work it gently with the body brush or scrub brush. And then all you have to do is just brush it and you'll have a nice clean seat. Maybe some of you are wondering how to clean a rough out saddle. Get a wire brush and brush the saddle opposite of the grain. Use an air compressor to blow the dirt off, or a vacuum so that you can vacuum it all up, and then brush it again. It's that simple. To oil or condition the saddle, you're going to want to oil it from the underside. That's where the smooth leather is, and it'll seep into the top side. So when you're cleaning your tack, you're going to make sure you want to concentrate on the area around the buckles and the folds in the leather by the reins and your stirrup leathers. You're going to wipe off any excess soap with a damp cloth. I've used the neat's foot oil to darken a very light saddle, and it came out really nicely, and it was really nice. But I don't normally use neat's foot oil. I like to use olive oil, or even coconut oil works. It just all depends on what you want to use, but you can use olive oil with a little bit of essential oil, and you'll have a really wonderful smelling conditioned saddle. And if you really want to get creative, you could also make your conditioner with like peppermint or citronella or other things that deflect bugs. To clean your sheepskin on the other side is don't soak it. You can just brush it gently and do the rubbing alcohol and just really brush it. You can, to get those really dirty, grungy, grimy saddles, the ones you find at an estate sale that you buy for like $20 because they have no idea. What you're going to do is you're going to get a bucket of clean water, of warm water, with a palm full of baking soda and a large squirt of mild dish soap. Ivory works well. Swish the soapy water to a suds and then take the saddle apart as much as possible. Dunk parts that you can in sudsy water and let it sit for a little for the soap, soda, water to loosen up the dirt. Then you can go over lightly with a toothbrush or soft brush or soap saddle on a sponge and really get it clean. Then you're going to rinse it well and let it sit to dry, but not in the full sun because it's going to just dry it too much. You just nice shade on a warm day. The saddle body is wiped down liberally with the soap and water sponge, cleaned, and left on the rack to dry. Once the saddle and all the straps are clean and dry, you can use any kind of oil that you like. To recondition it, but make sure you don't leave the leather in the sun to absorb the oil. That's you're gonna French fry leather. So like I said, just keep it in the shade on a warm day and oil it up. Okay. Okay, so that's about it that I got for my tips and trips. I'm adding a couple of new things to my little radio show here. On Thursdays, we're going to have Roll the Dice Thursday. So I will roll a set of dice, and we'll either have tips, tricks, or reviews. Now here's the fun part. When I do a review, I will be giving away the product. Entering is really super easy. All you have to do is like the product post and share it on Facebook or Twitter. So what I'm going to do is when I do a product review, I will post the product on my Facebook page or my Twitter, and then all you have to do is like it and then share it. And I will gather everybody's name and I will put it in a hat, and I will have my husband pull a name, and then the following Tuesday's show, I will announce the winner at the beginning of the show. So you have to tune in to see if you win. And you also have to tune in to see if there's a product that you like that I'm going to feature and review. I did change my format a little bit. Living in the boonies of New Mexico has proven to make live streaming a little bit impossible. The 4 meg internet didn't like my live streaming. Out of an hour show on episode 0, I got 18 minutes. And luckily for me, I was also recording to a disc, so I had a backup, a nice clean backup that I could upload. So until I can get better internet or I can get a different internet solution, we're just going to do Tuesday uploads. But that does not affect our live remotes or our live events, because we will be using like a cell phone internet, not so much the uh, the 4 megs. We'll be using 3G or 4G, and that will work just fine. Over the weekend, I did testing with the Facebook live streaming for the Enchantment Society driving, and I did several classes, and I put them all together for one video, and that turned out okay. I'm still working on trying to get the best quality and time ratio, so I'll be working on that. Another thing I added is we have a Pinterest page, we have an Instagram. Be sure to follow us at the Equus Radio Show. And we also have a t-shirt shop. So we have the t-shirt store. And you can find a link in this video's description, and on our Facebook page, and our Twitter, and our Pinterest, and our Instagram. We are everywhere. We're getting to be everywhere. So if you like the program and you don't have an ad to put in, or you don't want to sponsor a segment, or you don't have a commercial to play, you can buy a t-shirt. We have dog bandanas, a tote bag, a thermal cup. We have men's and women's t-shirts, sweatshirts, and long sleeve tees. I can also do some other things as well if you have a request or would like something to buy. And the design is really nice. Let's see. I'll get you guys a picture here. Let me just upload this here. There it is. This is what it will look like here. And at the bottom it says the Equus Radio Show. It's really beautiful. I like the heartbeats in the horse. So there's that. So on June 7th, we're going to do rider weight and horses. I've seen this going around a lot lately, and I think it's something that we need to talk about and we need to address. There are lots of percentages being thrown about, and some with scientific facts behind them, some with just, she said, he said, they said, a friend of a friend said kind of information. So we're going to talk about that. And then on June 14th, we're going to talk about insect control, warming, fly maintenance, fly sprays, just keep those insects off you and your horse. So if you like the program, consider sending us an ad to put up in the video. Think about becoming a sponsor of a segment, or you can send me a commercial and I can add that. As I get more shows under my belt, I'll be adding some special features on Sundays, and those are going to be little field trips, and we're going to go explore some of the horse-friendly places of New Mexico. That includes some trails, barns, arenas, camping areas, lakes, all over the place. Maybe we'll even take a place to White Sands and check out the horse-friendly stuff. We might also take a trip up to Colorado to the Great Sand Dunes, the only sand dunes in this area. And they're really fun. The Great Sand Dunes in Colorado are really a lot of fun. So you can find more information on my Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and also please subscribe. Right down there in the lower right hand corner, just push subscribe. And make sure you do that so that when I do reviews, you can be notified of when the Tuesday video goes up, and you can listen to see if you won. Right now, I am working on the website, and I will have that up very soon. And you can find much more information on the Facebook page, including some events, all the links, some polls, some questions, some contests, all sorts of fun things happening at the Equus Radio Show. And also you're going to be able to find us easier now. You can just simply look up the Equus Radio Show. We have our username. Well, everybody, I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope you all liked it and I gave you some good information. If you have any questions or anything that you want to discuss or you need some more information, send me a message. And don't forget, our events for this weekend are going to be Tuesday Night Barrels on May 31st. And that's going to be at the Bernalillo, the Bosque Farms Rodeo Association. So Tuesday Night Barrels at the Bosque Farms Rodeo Association. June 2nd, Wednesday Night Barrels and Pulls. That's going to be at the Rodeo de Santa Fe in Santa Fe, New Mexico. On June 4th is the El Dorado Country Pet Grand Reopening and Adoption Event. That's going to be a lot of fun. And don't forget, you can enter to win one of 3 gift baskets, store-wide sales. Spend $25 or more, and you'll receive a free tote bag of goodies for your animal companions. And then they're having adoptions from 11 to 4 from the Espanola Valley Humane Society. So go check them out and see if you've got any pets or animals you'd like to adopt. Also, the New Mexico House Rabbit Society. Get a little bunny for your house. Or the Woofast Dog Cooperative. And you can get more information at ElDoradoCountryPet.com or 505-466-1270. Now, if you don't know where the El Dorado Country Pet is, it is at 7 Avenida Vista Grande, Suite B5. So, if you're coming from Santa Fe, you're going to go north on I-25, and you're going to take the Klein's Corner exit. And at the second light, you're going to take a right, and you're going to go to the second right by the bank, and it would be right next to the Cameron Veterinary Clinic. I'm sure they'll have signs and everything else for you to find. June 4th, also, the Wild Wild West Open 4D Barrel at the Southwest Horsemen's Arena in Silver City, New Mexico. And then on June 5th is the Pecos Valley Horsemen's Association Show in Roswell. And then one more time, June 1st, tomorrow, the Bosque Farm Rodeo Queen Contest meeting. And it's going to be at 6:30 at Cowboy Hall. More information at bosquefarmsrodeo.org. And then one more time, I want to encourage you guys to go get your raffle tickets for the 50-50 raffle from the Leah Jensen family. Her daughter Alyssa was accepted to the exclusive Agriculture Discovery Program, and it is taking place in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And they are looking to send her there. Plane tickets are expensive these days, and they're trying to get all they can. It helps you, and it helps the family. You could be the winner of the 50-50 pot. Right now, the pot is up to $25, and $25 for the family. And you can send that to jessencanallen@yahoo.com. And this information is also at the Equus Radio Show page, Facebook page, and I will also put it on my Twitter. That is PayPal for JESSSNKLAAN@yahoo.com. And all you'll need to do is include your address and phone number with your PayPal purchase, and they will contact you if you're the winner. And plus, they'll do a video of the drawing on Facebook. So again, if you have any events, just send me the details, and I will talk about it. And one more time, we want to wish healthy, happy thoughts and healing to Stryker, the Albuquerque police horse that did not get his leg broken. He just has some cuts and scrapes. He's perfectly fine and back to work already. The Albuquerque Mounted Police are a wonderful group, and every year do a demonstration at the Four Winds Trainer Showcase, and it is always fun to watch. Okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching. And remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, tell me I suck or if I did a good job. Alright, guys. Thank you.